What do you think about the signing of Bruno Guimarães? I think it's absolutely fantastic. I think we've been crying out for a player like him. It's a shame we didn't sign him 4 years ago, but good things come to those that wait. I'm really impressed with Arsenal actually making this happen. I think that if we didn't sign him, we would have been in trouble because Rice is running on fumes, especially after last season and the World Cup, and news about him suffering with nerve pain and fighting through the pain. So I think that even though Miles Lewis-Skelly has made a really big impact, especially at the tail end of last season, I think it's nice to have a ready-made player coming in, a proven player in his prime. He said it himself that he's in his prime. He's 28. I think he's 29 in November, but he's still 28, and he's a really good player. He's a really good signing. So we're going to have a look at a few stats here. Okay, so this is over all seasons, as you can see here. So 153 appearances, 30 goals, 25 assists. So I'm going to look at some important information here. Okay, corners taken 55. I think this is also another good signing because of his ability to take good corners. Chipping in with goals. He's played a lot of minutes. He's made a lot of tackles, interceptions, no red cards, some yellow cards there. And we can see if we compare him, for example, to Rice. 303 appearances, 25 goals, 30 assists. So, yes, he's played half the number of games as Rice, but he scored more goals. He's up there with the number of assists. Yes, there are different types of players, but it adds another dynamic. Where would you like to see Bruno play? I think he will play as the 6 with Rice further up ahead. But it's nice to see the flexibility with players interchanging. So you would see him playing further up ahead as well, especially against low blocks. And I think that Bruno brings some decisive passing. I think that's what we've lacked. I think there have been so many opportunities when the ball is there to be played, but we don't. We check back inside, maybe using that run as a decoy and trying to bluff the defender. But sometimes you just need to play the pass. You see the player making the run, play the pass and create a bit of chaos. So that's what I'm really excited about. So I think the players that would benefit the most from his signing are players like Eze, because Eze gets into really good positions, into pockets of space, but he often doesn't receive the ball. And yes, he's like a final action player. Eze is a type of player where you want the ball to come to him close to the box so he can make something happen. He can take a shot. He can make a clever chip pass when someone thinks he's about to shoot. But the ball often doesn't come to him. So I think Guimarães will actually play the ball into him, much like Lewis-Skelly, who always seems to look for that through pass, to look for that pass. And sometimes the pass isn't there. And I'm glad to see Skelly, if the pass isn't there, he would evaluate the risk and then play it to another player, rather than taking that risky pass. But if the pass is there and it's tight, I mean, this game is about millimeters, especially at the highest level. So I'm really good to see that. And if we look at Zubimendi as well, Zubimendi, he got a lot of slack towards the tail end of the season, but he started off magnificently. He started off really well, made a big impact in the team. If we look at the number of passes, he completed. So 87%. And Zubimendi keeps things ticking over, getting into good positions. And I think he's going to be a really important player this year as well. So I think that our midfield is really good of having that balance of being defensively solid. We have Bruno, we have Rice, we have Zubimendi, we have Marino, who although is now I think really good as a striker, he can fit in there at midfield as well. Then you have the creativity, Odegaard, Eze. So up front we have Gyökeres, Zolis, who has done really well in pre-season. I'm really impressed with Zolis. And I just like the way Arsenal have gone about their business. It was quite sad to see Trossard go, but you could see that he was coming towards the end of his career. It would have been nice to have him and Zolis as an option, but I think with Trossard's character, I don't think he would have been happy playing second fiddle to Zolis. So I think it was good business, because in the past maybe we would have extended his contract by another year and kept hold of him. So it was good, allow him to move on as a champion, go and play in another league, play first team football, and enjoying life. So I'm really impressed with Zolis. He always seems to make things happen, and I'm really excited about him. And also Dauman has been doing really well in pre-season. So up front is a little bit of a worry, if I'm being honest, because we need more direct players. But I think overall, I'm quite positive. Defense is also a little bit of a worry that we've been conceding goals. So who would you like to see Arteta bring in? I think there's been talks about Konza. I'm not too sure, but with Saliba being out, I think we do need some backup there, especially with players that are injury prone, like White, Timber, Calafiori. So I do think we do need some reinforcements in the backline. But overall, like I said before, I'm really, really excited to see Bruno play. I think he's going to give us a lot more different options for attack, and he's going to bring the best out of players around him. He's going to force them to play. So I'm so excited. So let me know, what do you think about the signing?